Everybody. Welcome back to Big Shrimp and Aquascapes with Alex. And today is the 3-month update of the 40-gallon breeder behind me. Today, I have a really big update. Went to the fish store today and my mom got me a canister filter. It is a UN Systems Delta 60. This is the box that it came in. Soon I'll do a product review, but not just yet because I've only been running this filter for a few hours. I switched from the old 30-gallon Aqueon hang on the back filter, which is a pretty good filter. It's actually a really good filter. It worked. It did the job I needed to get done. Let me show you. This is the actual canister filter. I like canister filters just because it lets you have more space inside the tank. Depending on your needs, canister filter might not be like a, a good, like your best option. And it really just kind of comes down to, I guess, do you want one or not? I guess there's pros and cons to it. I would say the biggest con to having a canister filter is that it's kind of expensive and you have to replace the filter media on the inside of the actual filter, which is totally cool. You can see here, this is the intake and that's the output. I chose to do the, I forgot what this thing is called. Well, because when you hook up this filter, there are different configurations to it. I chose to use the splash bar, and I didn't want to hang it on the back of the tank because I just switched from a hang on the back filter. So I was really trying to get away from having things on the tank or inside of it except what's necessary. So we've been running this tank here for 3 months. And we have shrimp that are berried or pregnant. We have a pregnant blue dream, and we have 2 pregnant fire red cherry shrimp. So I'm actually very proud of that. Pretty soon I'll be a granddad. Actually, I already am a granddad. We have 1 black rose shrimp that actually laid some eggs in this tank. You won't see any of the babies because the babies stay hidden for a few weeks. And since we've got fish, I think that's a good idea. I don't think the Hangley's rasbora will eat the babies. I'm more so worried about the longfin leopard danios. Even though they're small, they might be able to eat one of them. There's one of the berried cherry shrimp right there. It's hard to tell from here. And that's one of our mystery snails. We've got vampire shrimp in there, fanning, doing their thing. The thing I like about this particular filter, right? The reason I got the canister filter and switched it from the hang on the back is because you see this side of plants? The hemianthus looks pretty good. Now look at this side. The hemianthus looks healthy, but it doesn't look as good. And my other plant, I think that is some kind of rotala, but it's not atra. And I have some there as well, and it looks really good. See, the plants over here are standing very tall. The stems are very healthy. Now, if I show the plants over here, they're not so tall and they're thinner. That's because the hang on the back filter, the water was coming down from the filter and it was completely pulverizing everything on this side. Even the moss in the tree was getting pulverized by it, so the plants wouldn't stand up. The plants were looking like they were starting to die. So with this canister filter and the splash bar, the water that comes down into the tank, you can see the trajectory that it takes. It actually stays away from the plants at the bottom. And keeping the plants alive is just as important to me as keeping the animals alive. So it's very important. I wanted to do something about that so bad. See one of the super red bristlenose pleco. Everybody watching, there is more than one type of pleco, okay? You get a common pleco, you're gonna need a huge tank. Also, another update is that thing there, one of my vampire shrimp, actually molted his skin. I've been keeping vampire shrimp for a long time, and I've never had that happen in one of my tanks. So, I'm actually very proud of that as well. I can't find him. You're really not gonna see him for a while because he's kind of delicate at this point. So you're gonna have to give him time for his skin to harden. But I hope he's okay down there. And actually, he's fine. Yeah, he's fine. He just had to get down there and let that piece of back skin come off of him. And the one who shed his skin is the one that I call Peter Griffin. He's my smallest one. So for my particular issue that I was having, there was probably other routes I could have taken, maybe put a water bottle or something. But like I said, I was trying to avoid having things inside of the tank as much as possible. So I went with this canister filter. Another thing I like about the canister filter is that as it pushes the water across at the top, you probably can't tell, but the water at the bottom flows back in the other direction, which is kind of how it's supposed to be. It's kind of supposed to be a huge like oval of water flow. But with everything moving the way it does, it kind of makes it more like a stream, or more as if I have some sort of power head to push the water along, which is better for the vampire shrimp because now the things that float through the water, they're more able to catch it, which is awesome to me. I really care about keeping my vampire shrimp alive. So now that I have the canister filter, I don't see them doing stuff like this too much. Trying to pick their food up from the substrate, because they're really supposed to get it from the water column. If you see them doing this, it means that you don't really have enough stuff floating through the water. Now, I'm used to this tank's water being 100% crystal clear. You can't even tell they're swimming in water. However, this is a brand new filter, and it came with media filter, so I ran that. And when you run new filter media, it kind of pushes like some of the dust through the water. So that's clearing up, and I'll do another water change maybe the day after tomorrow. And everything will be great. That's one of our smaller shrimp. He is a green jade, but his color is not as good as some of the other green jade that we have. That's one of our smallest Amano shrimp. Some of the leopard danio down there. These guys are starting to hang out around these plants an awful lot. I'm kind of worried that they might actually be eating the baby shrimp, because that's where the baby shrimp go to hide. I've only seen 2 of the baby shrimp so far, and just after 3 months, that's actually pretty good. This is one of my super red bristlenose pleco. I really love watching the super red bristlenose pleco. They're awesome. So the big update for 3 months, I would say, is the pregnant shrimp or berried shrimp, whatever you prefer, the baby shrimp, and the canister filter. And I'm very happy to have this canister filter. Honestly, the UN Systems canister filters are like my favorite ones. I really like them, you know. I don't think that a canister filter I don't think that any kind of filter is better than the next filter. It's more so, is it better for you or not? And I think in this particular case, the canister filter is definitely going to be better for this tank. So, yeah, I'm really, really, really happy about this canister filter. I'm happy that it's not pulverizing my plants. These plants are kind of expensive, and they're not easy to keep alive already. Like, when you don't have CO2, they're not easy to keep alive. So I've been doing a pretty good job at keeping them alive, and I'm proud of that. My vampire shrimp actually dig up a lot of my plants, though, because they're kind of powerful. Like this guy here. Get out of there. Love these vampire shrimp. So, yeah, I think the canister filter was a better fit for this one, for this particular tank. I call it the Love Island tank. This tank was a Valentine's Day gift to me from my wife, and we just kind of started working on it. You know, just putting things in it little by little. So, UN Systems canister filter, totally awesome. My favorite type of canister filter. So the next video on this canister filter is going to be it's going to be a, how do I call it? It's going to be a product review, and then the next video is going to be a product review of my light, and then the next video is going to be a product review of, where'd they go? Well, the next video after that is going to be, oh, here they are, a product review of these, my root taps. They're actually, well, I'm not going to talk about that now. I'm going to talk about that during the product review. And yeah, that's about it. That's about it. 3 months of fun and enjoyment, being able to enjoy this aquarium, being able to have fun spending time with my wife putting it together, have fun spending time with my wife looking at it and things like that. So, yeah, that's it. Alright, so everybody, I'm Alex. Please like this video, subscribe to my channel. We will be doing another video tomorrow, a feeding video. We have got some mealworms. We're going to feed the fish mealworms. They're not live mealworms, though, so don't expect like a live feeding video. But we will do a live feeding video of maybe some bloodworms. Our fish are kind of small. I'm not sure if they can just eat an entire bloodworm, but we'll find out. We'll find out. So please like, subscribe, and I'm going to be doing some product reviews. Shout out UN Systems. You have an amazing canister filter. Yeah, and we'll do some product reviews pretty soon. All right. So everybody, I'm Alex. Bye, and keep enjoying your aquariums. See you next time.